Hello, and welcome to another episode of Casual Citizen, where we keep it casual in the verse. My name's Steven. I'll be keeping it casual with you today. So in this episode, I thought we'd do another round of cargo hauling in my M2, but this time bring along the Argo Atlas and see if it helps us to speed the process up. I also thought we'd try out a new commodity, that being bioplastics. Honestly speaking, I have only hauled bioplastics once or twice before, so I'm not really familiar with how well it works or how profitable it is. So I thought we'd figure it out together. So let's load on up and head on out. Here we go. Alright, so for this trade route, we're going to Rayari Kaltag. I think I've been here one other time, but I haven't spent much time doing direct purchase commodity trading in the Microtech system, so this is going to be a new experience for me as well. Come on in. Oh, we've got 4 ships here. This could be interesting. Alright, so we've got... what's that? Okay. Got a few Connies around here. Got a few small ships. Another Connie there. Alright, well, let's come in closer. Let's put our landing gear down so that we don't crash into anything. But I don't think... I'm going to assume that no one's there. It might come back to bite me in the butt. We'll see. Let's just swing it around here. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Let's see. Now, one of the reasons I'm not being extremely cautious is because when I press the number 1 key, I cannot take out my weapon. So no one can shoot us, but they could definitely just walk in and steal our ship. So we'll see. Elevator's not working. That's always good. There we go. Nice and casual, you know. Let's wait for that elevator. Oh. There we go. You know, we're gonna have faith in our fellow citizens, you know. We're gonna assume that they're good folks. This just lined up perfectly. I'm not gonna steal all of our stuff. Alright. This should be the correct spot. Here we go. Alright. So, it's actually perfect. So there are 142 bioplastics in stock at 6.2. So we're going to do 8, and that's 17. This is good for a test because I don't really want to put in millions of dollars. Alright. If some of you are returning viewers, you might remember in the last video we could only load up, what was it, 4 or 5 units at a time because we're getting an elevator weight error. Let's see if we have that issue again, because it should be 10 or 12 8 SCU crates. Slow our ramp. Look around again. I don't see anyone. I see ships, but... Come on, Star Citizen. Be full of good people. Alright, it's not loading. There we go. That little wind there always freaks me out. Alright, we've only got 17, so we're going to do 10. Oh. Hey, it worked. Okay, so... I wasn't out of my mind last time. 10 glorious units, alright. 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 I have had this for a while, and there was a glitch where if you moved your mouse when you entered during the entrance animation, you would die. So my hand is off the mouse. Let's press the F key and hope for the best. Here we go. Hand off the mouse, hand off the mouse. All right. Oh no. Doesn't work. Okay. Let's get out. Maybe it's too close to the wall. Let's try that again. Hand off the mouse. Alright. Here we go. Now it's working. That was an interesting bug. Alright, I think I'm going to position myself off to the side here. Grab our first unit. Alright, this is the only problem. Can't actually see. Okay. Now, this is actually a real corundum. I can't see. Alright, I'm trying to put it off to the side here. This is no good. Okay. You know, just keeping it casual here. Trying to get a lay of the land. Did I get it stuck? Okay. Now, alright. Change my position here. Maybe that's part of it. Alright, that seems to work. Even with these small hiccups here, this does seem to be faster. Okay. I'm definitely going to be reading the comments on this one and hoping that some of you guys have insight into how to better use the mole, because even right now it's not showing up at first. Here we go. That I can place it down. But I will admit that regardless of that, it is still faster. Maybe this has something to do with the M2. Boom. There you go. It's a little glitch there that usually happens. You can't pull out a center crate and it gets stuck on the crate surrounding it. So you gotta take from the edges. Alright. It's good. 2 more. Boom. 1 more. Here we go. Wants to take the let's take the entire elevator there. Okay. So that's 10 crates down. I'd say that was much faster than doing it by hand. Again, mouse or hand off the mouse. Not trying to die. Let's load up the remaining 7 that we had. Probably should have looked around a little bit more. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. There are 0 units. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that took a second to load up, but the units are there. This is one thing to keep in mind. Sometimes the glitches are server related, you know, a little bit of lag here and there, and if you just wait, things will pop up. Always pays to have patience in Star Citizen. That's for sure. Alright. Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna speed through this one for you guys, because 10 crates was enough. So I'll be right back. Alright, that is 17 crates of bioplastics loaded up in I'd say record time. It's pretty fast. So I'm going to close my ship, because even though it seems like there's no one in those other ships, someone else could show up. And let's go have another look just to see if there's any more stock. Alright, so the bioplastics did not reload in that time. It would be nice to get a few more. They do also have fresh food. I'll probably make a separate video on fresh food and medical supplies. I think there's some potential there. I feel like we should wait. Alright, so once again, what can you do while you wait? So we can open up our inventory here, and I can get the name of this drink right this time. Cruze Lux. Can have a drink. Delicious. Of course it did the sip. Let me know in the comment section, how many times have you quick pressed the mouse only to have it take a sip? I mean, I guess that's casual, right? And then, of course, there's littering. And thank you to the 2 people that did catch that fantastic movie quote in the last video. Littering and well, I'm not gonna say the rest because that would make it too easy. Oh, I just left the room. Let me check. I'm so used to just running around after to waste time. Let's just check. Okay, we got 66 more. The price went up a little bit, but let's do it. Perfect. So that's 8 more units. Bada bing, bada boom. I will put the purchase total on the screen later because I'm not good at math. Because math is not casual. Not one of my strong suits. While I'm walking back over here, I will say that I use 2 websites for cargo hauling information, and it's I believe SC Trade Tools and UCX. I think I'll drop links to both of them down in the description for this video. One thing I will say is that they both had different numbers for the buying and selling prices, and so veterans of hauling bioplastics will probably know the actual numbers. Obviously it fluctuates, but UCX at the time of recording said that I would be able to buy it for, hold on, let me check. Yeah, 5,300. And I think we just paid 6,300. So it's definitely a best case scenario, and we're kind of in a mid to worst case scenario. Hand off the mouse, keeping it casual. Okay, I'm gonna load these up and then I'll be back with you guys in a second, okay? Alright, we've loaded up the other units. Let's close the ramp here and head on up the ladder. Honestly speaking, I did not scope this place out before I came, just to see if there was any bad guys or not, or any other players. So we just got lucky. I am playing at about, it's 8:13 at night, so I would say that is peak playing time. All right, so just to keep it, just so you can understand what I'm looking at here, on UCX it says that the 4 major cities, R-Corp or Area 18, let's see here. Yeah, it says that the 4 major cities all buy bioplastics for 7,000 per unit. So we're gonna go back over to New Babbage and see if this is true or not. Let's put up our landing gear. Let's get the camera positioned, because I really enjoyed doing this last time. And what is the screenshot? I don't know what the the thumbnail. All right, here we go. 3, 2, one blast off. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at those afterburners. Oh yeah. Alright. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that got us up to speed and far enough away. So here we go. Now I will say this, regardless of how much money we end up making, this route is so fast, and doing it with, of course, drop a comment. Do you have this bug where it constantly erases your flight path? Yeah, this route is so quick. You load up at New Babbage, you head on over to Calliope, you load up all the cargo with your Atlas in just a few minutes, and then you head on back. We'll see how long the video ends up being, but this is probably under 30 minutes total. So it could end up being some good money. Let's find out. I'm sure you guys already know the answer, and you're like, nope, this is a waste of time, but let's see. Alright, actually I'm gonna come out of fast forward because I need to remind you guys just to keep it casual here and make sure that you watch your ship get stowed away. Because if it doesn't get stowed away before you leave the hangar, it's no one's fault but your own if you lose all your shit. Here we go. Oh yeah. Nice and casual. That caution sign to go down. Boom. All right, our cargo is secure. All right, we'll see you over there. Alright, so we've arrived at the Trade Development Division, the TDD. Let's see if the internet was telling the truth. $7,000 per unit or not. Alright, the internet was telling the truth. $7,000 per unit. I don't remember what we paid, so I'm going to put that on the screen. So you guys will know, but I think it was like 8 plus 3, right? 8 plus 4, so 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So it's gonna be between $200,000 and $300,000 for this run. So we'll just sell that. Before I give my final thoughts here. So, well, if it's $300,000 for that run, which did not take long when you factor in the Atlas, if there is stock, if you play at an off-peak time, you might have luck. You might be able to buy a whole bunch and do a few runs and make some decent money. Of course, you're also depending on people to be nice to you and not try and steal your shit, which again, I've honestly had a really good track record. I've been very lucky with that. In Stanton, I haven't done cargo hauling in Pyro. But so, you guys can make up your own mind. I guess the last thing I'll say is, it's always fun in Star Citizen to shake things up a little bit, go to some new places, just see the sights. And so it might not be the best option to haul bioplastics, but it's definitely something different to do to keep things fresh. Keeps you coming back to the verse every day. Alright, so before we head out, I need to say once again a big thank you to all my new subscribers and all the people watching the videos. At the time of recording, I believe I have 98 subscribers. That's insane. I don't know what my expectations were for this channel in terms of growth, but yeah, it's definitely exceeding them. And so I just want to say a big thank you to everyone. I also want to be very thankful for all the comments. Every single comment has been very nice, and there's a nice dialogue going on, and I really appreciate that. So far, I think I've responded to pretty much every comment, and I will continue to do that. So thank you all very much. This has been Steve, keeping it casual in the verse. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.